Hello and welcome back to my live streams. Today I'm gonna draw this same character that I painted, I think the day before yesterday it was. Well, in the last stream I painted this guy, but I think he just looks too stiff. The whole posture just looks awful. But now I know how that character is gonna look like. And now I'm gonna paint him in a more interesting pose. And I think it's gonna be a portrait kind of painting. So let's see. And for portraits especially, I don't know, I seem to choose a square canvas most of the time. I don't know why, but I just came to like it a lot. You know, it's good for Instagram, so that's a plus. But other than that, most people would say, oh, it looks weird, or a square canvas is not a good, you know, size. Like, they usually don't like it, but I like it. So I draw most of my paintings in a square space. And this character is actually for a story that I'd like to work on now that I have some time to spare. Plus there's a contest coming up on Webtoons, and the timing is just perfect, you know, why not just join it? So all I'm doing right now is sketching, so I don't really have much to say because I already do most of the stuff like out of gut feeling. You know, most people, not most beginners, you know, they learn to draw a face like that, with like a circle, and then some lines, you know, for the eyes, and then for the nose, and then the mouth comes over here, and the chin is kind of like that. You know, it's not like I'm not doing it, but I don't draw it out anymore. But it's good to have a general understanding of what you're doing, of how it's supposed to look. And that is not the same character I was drawing yesterday. He has a stronger jawbone. And what else is wrong? I placed his eyes too low, but I want him to look nice and not grumpy. And he was looking grumpy. So now I'm placing the eyes a bit higher to make his face look a bit older. because you know, it's easier to notice on cute faces. You know, cute faces are usually very round, and you don't have much space in between the eyes and the mouth. Like, this space is very low on cute faces, and on mature and serious faces you usually make this space a lot longer, because then the characters that you're drawing look much older. And he does not look the way I want him to look. Okay. A bigger nose. And his eyes are somewhat droopy. That's what makes him look a bit more, a bit kinder. Droopy eyes. Because they are considered cute, that's the so-called puppy eyes. Like droopy eyes that, like usually a cat eye or a fierce eye would go like this, kind of. And a droopy eye goes a bit down at the outer edge of the eye, and that makes the character look a bit softer, a bit nicer. Always depends on the rest of the face, obviously, you know. It's always the combination that makes the soul of a character, so to say. And his chin. What is going on? It doesn't look like that guy that I was painting no, not yesterday. The day before yesterday. He looks too nice, not serious enough. But what is wrong with his face? Seriously. It's the eye socket. It's gonna go like this a bit. I don't know what's wrong today. But that is not the character that I wanted to paint. And one trick that I like to use a lot is when you paint eyes, and usually you would have two curved lines like this, and then add in the pupil like this. But what I did with him is I painted the eye with one curved line and the other quite straight. That makes an eye look like it's a bit smiling, and so that way the character looks a bit more kind. Hmm. It's not quite working out the way I planned it to, but we'll work our way there. You shouldn't give up a painting too early. When I'm sketching, I like to be very, very messy. That way I can experiment a lot more, and I'm not too concentrated on making it look good, which is definitely not what I'm aiming for. I want it to look right. You know, I want people to look at this portrait and be like, oh yeah, that might work, you know, like anatomy wise and everything. I don't necessarily want the character to look good. Now he looks old. Damn. It's not the same guy as yesterday, the day before yesterday. Oh, damn. Too thick. Let's flip it. So this guy usually has very strong cheekbones, and I'm trying to draw that here, and it's not quite working out, but we'll see. He does not look right, and I don't know why. Better. Now he looks retarded. Great. And okay. I think the cheek is the chin is a bit too prominent. Huh. And his forehead is a bit too small. Give him some fancy hair. No, I'm not gonna do that. Should I start anew? Because I don't like the sketch, and I'm not really going anywhere with it. Too big. Ah, you can't actually see my reference. Let's see if I can show you. Whatever. No, this is actually quite awful. See, there's the middle. This is gonna be the cheek. And then somewhat like this. Then we'd have the eyes on this height, maybe kind of like this. Then it's going to have a big nose. Nope. That nose is huge. A bit too big. It's not particularly easy to draw this guy. I am noticing just now. You know, the thing is, I want him to look manly, but with a feminine nuance, kind of, you know. That's not easy. Now, this forehead, it's gonna like this. Hair. No. And this is gonna be his cheekbone. Somewhere here, like this. You know what? I think I'm just gonna color it in. Just a few more lines. Okay, let's try it out. I'll need, first of all, I need a background. And it's gonna be... How am I feeling today? Maybe yellow? Oh shit. Now. Okay, let's tone this down a bit. Ooh, that's actually nice. Okay, let's go with this. Now, I'll need a skin tone. And for red, it should be a bit more saturated than usual. Because otherwise it's just gonna look somewhat brown-ish. And that's not what I'm going for. It almost looks pink, but whatever. Let's block in the base colors first. And the shirt is gonna be white, but since I have a colored background, I can't just go for standard white color. Like usually I go for white, I'd used a very small blue hue or purple, somewhere in this range, and then make it a bit darker so that I can use light and shadows. But since we have that warm background, and I'm thinking of putting on warm light as well, we have to give it a different hue, and I'm not sure which one, but this looks actually quite good. A bit too bright, so let's get the brightness a bit down. Yeah, that's alright. Now he has short hair, very short hair, but it's dyed, so it's gonna be a different hue from his skin tone. Kind of like this, but that's also a bit too, whoops, it's a bit too light. So let's also turn the brightness down a bit. Yeah, like that. Okay, now his horns. They also have a warm hue, but very saturated and very dark. I mean, after all, it's growing out of his skin, so it should kind of be his skin tone. Okay. And because I put in so many base colors that are that have a very warm tone, I'll have to use the shadows to add some cooler tones, because you want to balance warm and cool tones out as best as you can. Okay, let's go a bit cooler. Let's take a dark pink, purple, I don't know. Let's see what it's gonna look like. I don't really like it. Purple? A bit desaturated purple? Okay, let's go for a very desaturated purple. Like this. Now the light's gonna come from here, so my shadows are gonna be over here, because I'm gonna also add some shine from the background. You know, the throat is not flat, so there's gonna be light on this edge, just a little bit, not much. You know, when painting, most of the time you either overdo it or not do enough. Okay. This. Get the general shape. Some of the watercolor. And blend, blend, blend. Just like the beauty gurus do. The nice thing about this tool and Clip Studio is that if you push only a little bit, you're not gonna get any of the color that you have on that brush, but rather intensifying the color that's underneath. But if I push a little more, I'm gonna get the color that's on my brush. That's a very cool feature that lets you make cool gradients like these. Like you have the skin tone, which is very desaturated, and then it gets a bit more saturated, and once you go towards the color of the shadow, it's gonna mix with the saturated skin tone. That looks pretty cool. I like to use that a lot. Now this part is a little bit like sculpting, because you have to define the shape in the face. You know, a face is not flat, there's something going on there, and that's what you're working to intensify or just show. I mean, in the beginning there's nothing there but your sketch. When I have a specific image in mind, portraits, I can make portraits very quickly, like in 1 or 2 hours. But if I don't really know what I'm doing, like right now, it takes a lot longer. Yeah. Okay, let's go in with some of the light. I could actually use this color. It's nice. And I think it works. It's a bit extreme, a bit powerful, so I gotta be careful with it. We'll see if it works out. Hmm. I know what's so off in this painting. His eyes are too close together. Oh my god. Why didn't I notice before? What the fuck? This looks so bad. Oh. There we go. Much better. I don't like his eyes. Hmm.